playing this back. For anyone just joining us, this is a playback of a run I did earlier today. World record for all bosses 1.1.5. Hey, Grandius, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. I wanted to overdub some commentary because I streamed this earlier, and I noticed I dropped frames a lot during Wally Warbles, and I wanted to go add some commentary in as well, because I was doing a no mic, no cam stream. So, beginning of the run, very standard. Talk to Elder Kettle, exit. Actually got kind of a slow exit compared to normal. It was 10.05. Sub 10 is usually pretty good there. This will be fun to watch for me as well. Hey, Casual Couch TV. What's going on? So, Forest Follies was pretty standard, if I remember correctly. I think I ended up missing a couple dashes and getting a 34 here. It's all good, Casual Couch. Yeah, get the parry skip right there to get that coin without getting the parry line on the results screen. Saves a little bit of time. Yeah, I missed a dash there. At first try ledge clip. Kind of a bad ledge clip there. I got caught on an invisible barrier there. But got through it. Lost a little bit of time. Got a 34 in the in-game timer. It's not too bad, though. I mean, this is an acceptable Forest Follies. I'll reset on 59s or worse, unless I get star skip. But yeah, this is decent. Decent start. By the way, everyone, is volume okay on this? Because for some reason my local recordings have lower volume, so I upped my broadcast volume to compensate. Hopefully I didn't ruin that. Yeah, ledge clip. You can control it too, Grandius. I noticed, like, depending on when I dash. If I dash too early right after getting ledge clip, I get caught on that wall more often. But here, I have a pretty good root pack fight. So, go backwards, shoot a couple lobber shots ahead of time because Potato's invincible. Line up, hit the triple. Get a nice little lobber trap going here. Move into position for the onion triple. Boom. Game volume's audible but kind of low. Okay. I'll see if I can up that a little bit. But yeah, I got two triples there, which is a nice fight already. And then I end up getting the kill on Carrot a little later than normal because I wait to kill these. So I think I overdamaged the end a little bit there. Let me see if I can up game audio a little bit. Alright, I up game audio a little bit. Hopefully that's better. But yeah, we got a 36 on root pack. Solid time, really solid time. 36s are pretty rare for me. Grandius gets those like it's nothing. But for me, it's a rarity. Ruby and Croaks. I know on the splits I'm going against, I have a pretty good time save here because I got a 48. I start with 6 flies, which we've had some new tech on Ruby and Croaks, and that is not one of the patterns where you implement any of the new tech. So I damage boost here twice. Get my spready X's in after my quad lobbers. Trigger super skip. Pretty standard here. Get back. Got all my cards going to final phase. This part's a little sketchy. Because I get the one pattern you don't want to see here when you're on 1 HP, which is bulls. I think I might have hit a triple or two there. That was definitely not a triple. But there, I ended up doing some dodging, getting the kill there. Saving a little bit of time, actually. I think that was a 40... Yeah, that was a 47. Somehow I saved 2.5 seconds there. I think I had a star skip on root pack, so that's part of that. And I got another star skip there, which is nice. So I'm already in the green, going into Goopy. And Goopy has some really cool tech. I don't go all out and get parries like Grandius does to get quads with 2 lobbers, but I do go for the quad, and I miss it on this run, unfortunately. Take intentional damage there so I can maintain my spread damage. And I trigger phase transition pretty early here. I get the one pattern where you don't have to wait for him to attack in first phase. I shoot my Lob EX slightly too early there by just a frame or two to miss the quad, so just have a normal fight. Hey, Jerman, 27. Ah, you're CCTV. Cool. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. So I ended up getting a 30 on Goopy. Pretty solid time. It's a low 30, so it's not too bad. With if I hit the quad, I can get a 28 on that. And if you do like the crazy strats, then you get a 26, or maybe even 25. I don't remember. And then going into Hilda, still on decent pace. My Hilda fight's actually really nice. I don't get the greatest RNG, but I have a really nice Hilda fight. I miss like basically no shots until until pretty late in the fight. So here, depending on what Hilda does, determines whether or not I manipulate this parry. Since she went down for her first, I ended up holding back damage a little bit so I can get that parry to manipulate there. Normally, if you just do constant damage, you don't get that parry to spawn. But if she goes down, you miss some shots anyway, so I decided to manipulate the parry. Trigger phase transition here, don't get a tornado, which is nice. This is not the ideal transformation to get there. Normally you like getting twins because you can take them for 5 more easily and for longer. Shoot a bunch of EXs there. I get a tornado here, which is not good, and I get 2 sets of enemies spawning there simultaneously, which is never something you want to see there because those shots are all very close together. 25 is definitely possible with the parries. Ah, I gotcha. I get pretty solid ticks here. If I got this card a little bit sooner, I could have ended the fight a little faster. But that was a good fight. 554 Hilda split, which is really good. I ended up saving 3.1 seconds there. And that's a 104. So solid Hilda fight. You're going to be streaming more Cuphead Sunday. You can take turns playing Cuphead instead of playing co-op. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck, Jerry. Have fun with that. Solo, I think, is superior to co-op. Yeah, for the RNG I got there, getting Sagittarius and getting a Tornado, 104 I'm really happy with. Do the X's do more damage than waiting for Super in flight form? Depends, Jared. It depends very situational. Depends how many times you can tick with the EX. I get bad RNG here on Cagney. He starts with seeds, but I end up playing it very well. I get a very generous seed pattern. And I shoot that EX there over the little seed guy that came out just so I can try to get that minion in the back to not go toward me. I manipulate him to go up, which is really nice. Get some extra spread shot there, make that flying guy shoot and not have to jump to dodge, and then I just damage boost here for the rest of the fight. There's so much very, very subtle stuff I do on here to turn this into a really good fight with seeds. Hey, what's up, Emery? Welcome. Yeah, that's a 37. It might have been able to be a 36 if I played it a little bit differently. 36 with seeds is pretty insane, though. But yeah, it's a really good Cagney fight, especially considering the RNG we got. We have a good time going into Isle 2. This run has a lot of ups and downs, though. You guys will see. So we go here, do a double dash, talk to King Dice. Not sure if the double dash actually saves time since you have to go back into position and talk to King Dice, but I fiddled around with it a little bit, and it seems like it's about the same, maybe a little better. So I always go for 2 anyway. Going into Baroness, I get one of the less desirable minions first. I believe I open with Cupcake here. Yeah, Cupcake is not one of the best minions to get first. Get a pretty fast kill on him, though. Set a Lobber Trap here, shoot the EX to try to get a double damage Lobber here. And I get another not very good minion. I miss one Lobber shot to the left, but I still get the quick kill. Runs off the screen quickly. Set another Lobber Trap, shoot a Lobber EX here for double damage. Actually hit a triple there. Really fast kill on that candy corn. This fight gets a little sketchy right here because she goes for the fast head throw. Sometimes she delays when she throws her head. So sometimes you don't have to dodge there, but I had to dodge there since I was 1 HP. Yeah, that candy corn was nice. But yeah, 38, not too bad for that RNG. I'll take it. I wasn't offline tryhard, Emery. I got this on stream earlier today. I just had no mic, no camera on at the time. It was noisy in here. Were you learning the tech for this game? It's mostly a community effort. Grandius and I put in a lot of the tech for this category, but a lot of other people contribute, and we share strategies. You mostly just pick it up from watching other people's videos and maybe asking them about it. You just assumed. You know what happens when you assume, Emery. Alright, so going into Wally, we're still slightly in the green. I started playing this a little bit differently. I played it poorly there. I usually save my mini-bomb and try to hit Wally and destroy a couple of those guys. I'm shooting some Luigi swap bomb EXs here. I messed that up. Shot the wrong EX. Kind of a sloppy phase. But, I mean, it's not terrible. Shoot some more Luigi swap EXs, but I mess up both of them. So this is kind of a bad third phase. This is one of my least consistent fights in the run. Get the kill here. I opted to stop going for Luigi swaps here for most of the times. I think I could, yeah, I do one there. But most of the time I end up killing Wally around the same time, and if I mess up a Luigi swap and shoot a bomb EX instead, I end up losing so much time. So I just make that less risky by just opting for regular missile EXs at the end, because you still get so much damage with one of those missile EXs. Hey, what's up, Dirty Dragon? Thanks for joining this evening. Pretty solid time going to Jimmy, though. Plus 2.4, so it could have been better. But Jimmy, on the splits I'm comparing against, I had a 124 Jimmy fight, so it's definitely improvable. What RNG do we get here? Swords? Is it swords? No, we get cat coffins. I always go for Luigi swaps in the first phase, and I hit both of my missile EXs there, and in my bomb EX Luigi swap. For those of you not familiar, Luigi swap is coin for multi-Luigi 100, who found out you could do this, but if you press swap and weapon swap and EX on the same frame during plane levels, you end up shooting your weapon while you're shooting the EX, which saves a lot of time. Effectively, you know, gives you like a second worth of DPS. This run was out of completely insane aisle 3. Yeah, you'll see, Grandius. Alright, get the quick kill there. End that fight instantly. I go for a Luigi swap here and mess it up. Yep. Do a quick swap there to buffer a Luigi swap bomb EX. And do some work on this puppet guy. You stay inside of him, just let like on this side of his little wall barrier there, because it makes it so easy. Get really close to him. I mess up Luigi swap there. I mess up another Luigi swap. Still get a pretty quick kill. Still save 3 seconds. Yeah, Emery, what Grandia said is basically my goal too. It's a 121 Jimmy fight. It's, I don't know, above average for me, below average for Grandius. I'm happy with like a 121 or better. 119 is the best I've gotten on that in a run. So it could have been a little faster, but it's not too bad. I like being slightly in the green at this point in the run, because my splits I was going up against were pretty decent early on. This is a bad Beppy pattern. The really slow second phase, so a lot of my lobber trap just misses. And a really fast phase right here. I barely get that glitch off. Take 2 damage. This is the sketchiest Beppy glitch phase that I've had where I didn't die. Like, there's so many close calls here. That guy could have hit me. I have like a really questionable dodge here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like it was just so bad. I get the kill here though. I lost a little bit of time. A lot of those dogs were not cooperative. Those dog balloons. 49. Could be a lot better. There are some patterns in first phase where you can get glitch a little earlier and have Beppy's glitch phase spawn lower to the ground, so it's way easier to maintain constant damage on. You could possibly get like 6 or 7 seconds faster than what I got there. So that's a fight that has a huge potential for time save. We got Grim. Grim, I have a really good fight until final phase. I get good RNG here, 3 sets of eye lasers, so I trigger like this phase a little bit earlier, where he could potentially do eye lasers again. So I'm getting good RNG. I tried to do enough damage to not have that second tail spawn there, but I just missed the damage cutoff when I shot that EX. Hey Eek, how's it going? Okay, this phase is done. I took damage there unintentionally. I dropped through to the floor. Here's where I mess up. So I want to not get hit. Yeah, I got hit there. Normally I damage boost and then shoot a spread EX at the end to end the fight. But I had to play a little. I had to play back a little bit because I took damage too early. So that cost me a couple of seconds. That probably would have been a 52 or 53 otherwise. That was a 55 because I had to play back. Got a star skip though. All in all though, only a little bit behind PB pace going into aisle 3. So I'm happy with this. Generally my runs, if I'm like +5 or better going to aisle 3, it's pretty solid. Because I have a lot of time saves after Rumor Honey Bottom. Yeah, there's just so many inputs going on in Grindies, it's very easy to just duck and press jump, fall right through. How does Star Skip work? Yes, it's a frame perfect button mash on the results screen, like with basically no audio or visual cue. So it's basically comes down to luck and a lot of mashing. The more you mash, the more likely you are to hit that. We don't really have a consistent way of getting it yet. I get middle pattern, which is awesome, but I have no platforms right now. This is so bad. I missed a lobber shot there. Getting some middle platforms now, so slightly better than before. You're good. My stream made its way into your recommended. Oh, well, welcome then, Eek. This is actually a run I did earlier today, but I didn't have micro camera on at the time, so I'm overdubbing some commentary. I just barely missed the quick kill there by like 1 bullet. I'm pretty sure if I didn't miss that lobber shot earlier, that would have been enough damage. So I ended up getting a 45 there on a pattern that should have gotten me a 40. You've invested probably 5 hours into trying to find more consistent star skip methods, but none of them are as good as just mashing. Yeah. Turbo controllers. Yeah. Nah. I mean, you can't use a turbo controller, but I've considered experimenting with it just to see how consistent it would be. But I feel like even I feel like a lot of these turbo controllers don't mash that fast. Like, I feel like I could mash pretty fast on my own. Dr. Call is one of the hardest fights. Probably the hardest fight. I get a pretty good tick there, but I end up messing up this phase. Missed a mini bomb there. I end up doing these really sketchy dodges that blows up in my face. But I gotta go all out, right? Because I'm already +7, so I take the damage there, go into final phase with 1 HP. Do y'all buy and confirm or whatever, one of the one button? I don't think there's any way to do that in-game, so it's not allowed. I actually play with default controls. I have a really sketchy dodge right there because Dr. Cal ended up going into that attack much sooner than I thought. I lose a little time on that. You're taking the boss that took me hours and you're beating them in seconds. Man, that was such a Monka-esque fight. I put a lot of hours into this game, Eek. It's paid off. It's paid off a little bit. So I got a star skip there. 49 is not that good of a time. It's, I don't know, a little below average. Usually I aim for like a 46 or better on that fight. So I lost a little bit of time. I'm at +8.4. And here's where the run starts to kind of turn around. I'm still not sure how to play Sally first phase because I feel like I overdamage a lot. Like I don't get her to phase transition as soon as I want to. Because I'm just a couple shots too short of getting her to phase transition before she did that last jump there, which might have saved a second or two. Shoot some shots here. Shoot a She doesn't actually start taking damage until those lobbers hit the ground there. I try to time it so I get 2 lobbers to hit each for double damage. I got a bad bottle spawn, so I took damage there, but that was a pretty quick second phase. Cue the Guile theme. Guile theme goes with everything. I get a lot of damage there as she's going up, so I ended up finishing off really quick here, saving 2.1 seconds. Hey, Bleedy, welcome. So yeah, 51 Sally fight, very good fight. Not much to say about that. It was just very solid overall. Decent RNG. Werner, the new Werner tech is so sketchy sometimes, but it's so good. So for those of you that are familiar with Cuphead speedrunning but haven't seen a run in a while, you can hit quad damage lobber EXs on Werner by pushing up against him during the second to third phase transition, or like just in the second phase really, and then just like shooting down right lobber EXs from the left side of him. You'll see here. I get optimal RNG for first phase. I miss 1 lobber shot there, but I take intentional damage, get on this side, shoot 1 double damage lobber EX just because I'm going to fill up with cards if I don't. Just for safety, I shot 1 up there. Normally you don't want to from this side because it only hits for double. But yeah, these are all hitting quads right there. Those four EXs in a row I just did were all quad damage. Yeah, this is all new tech for this boss, Emery. Let's see, 3.7 seconds on that. It was a really good fight. So check this out. Like, but back before this tech, a 46 or 47 was a really good time. Now I'm hitting 42s in runs, and that's still not even that great of a time. Like I've gotten a 40 in a run as my best, and 40 in practice is my best as well. So that's really good though compared to the old strats, just because hitting quad damage lobbers is using 1 lobber and hitting 112 damage, and doing that like 4 times, potentially 5 times. Briny, we almost get... I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. We'll see what happens here. This is a pretty fun fight. I get hit, obviously, by the first one. It's my least favorite pattern whenever I get the yellow bullet first. I get the glitch gun, which is so rare. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. This is such a sketchy phase. Because I want to make sure I don't miss this 2 cycle here, or 3 cycle. That was such a... reliving that was almost as intense as playing it the first time. What tells you if it's a double or quad damage? Grindius did a lot of testing in the debugger, so you can see actual damage values there, and then you can see how much damage each of your shots are doing. So that's how you figure that out. Yeah, that tech was all Grindius, the Werner tech. Such a sketchy briny fight. Hey, what's up, Shadow? Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing well.
A great slam and then some. And begin.
Alright. This is not my favorite RNG, but I'm going for some bomb Luigi swap EXs here. Hit both of them there. Hit another one there. This is actually, I like getting ghosts paired with turtle, because these are very easy to dodge. I don't know why I stopped shooting there. I thought I had to buffer a... I thought I had a mini-bomb buffered, but I didn't, so it was just kind of a waste of time. I take intentional damage there. Then I realized... So, okay, finishing that fight with a mini-bomb does double damage there, because you're... Well, not double, but your splash damage... There's a sprite swap there, and your splash damage hits the final phase sprite as the third phase sprite gets swapped out, or the second phase sprite gets swapped out. So I purposely ended that phase with a mini-bomb just to do a little bit of extra damage. Oh, you don't have to apologize for not being here, Shadow. People got stuff going on, so don't worry about it. It's good to see you back, though. 59 Cal is actually a pretty good fight for me. Yeah, I got back in the green after that fight. Hey, Funk Factory. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, Grandy, so after you told me about that, I've always tried to consciously make an effort to end that second phase with a mini bomb, just because of that little extra damage. Yeah, yeah, Funk Factory. We're watching it back right now, so I can talk over it, because I had no micro camera when I streamed it earlier today. I started parrying this cart earlier than I used to, and just getting that parry right there, and ending this fight, ending that phase at a pretty consistent time with a double damage Lobbery X there. Really good lobber trap, hit all my lobbers. And I ended up getting the second phase one cycle quick enough to get the parry also on the way down, which is always so hard to do. Good lobber trap there. Left side attacks first, so depending on what side attacks first in this phase, there's two different techniques for dealing with this. If left attacks first, you need to take damage and you need to shoot an extra lobber EX. But luckily I had that parry earlier, so it didn't really matter. Oh yeah, I keep that ghost alive just so I can shoot those 3 lobbers right there. That was such a good final phase. I didn't even need that last card. Oh man, watch that again. I could not replicate that for, I don't know, that's probably like a 1 in 20 kind of fight to play it that well. It was super clean. But yeah, normally, like, before I started, you know, bouncing around keeping that ghost alive, you could pretty much only get 1 lobber shot to hit the final phase whenever you parry open the engine, but if you keep that ghost alive and then kill it at the right time and bounce off of it so you bounce higher, you can shoot 3 lobber shots so that they all hit the engine whenever it opens up. So it's a little bit of extra damage. Probably about half a second worth of time save. Yeah, Phantom Express has to be one of my most played fights. And then King Dice, I get the absolute perfect RNG. Getting a heart on 5 and 7 and not 3 is like the dream. You can't believe that Ghost Wrangling strat came with it ended up being viable and so good. Yeah. I'm glad I put in the time to mess with that. But yeah, getting hearts on 5 and 7 is super important in this fight because there's a weird property of this fight on patched versions of the game where on the scores on the results screen at the end you can get it to show 0 out of 3 for the HP bonus, but only if you take damage and then get hearts to push you back up to 3 HP and then take 2 more damage. Hey! Whoa! Whoa, hold on one second. Thanks for the sub, Triberlates. I don't know if my notifications are showing right now because I think I have the video that I'm playing back covering notifications, but thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. I started playing the rabbit fight a little bit differently, so I try to shoot as few EXs as possible, so I do some janky jumps through that and not shoot, instead of shooting an EX to hang in the air, I shoot 1 EX in this fight unless I get 2 parries. That way when I go into Piruletta I have 4 cards, because I play Cigar where I don't go for triple damage. Grandy is probably the only person that understands what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, I try to end this fight with as many cards as possible because you want to have a lot of cards to do double and triple damage lobber EXs to Piruletta, because you can't do that. You can't do double and triple damage lobber EXs to the rabbit just because of where his hitbox is. So you want to have as many cards as possible for this fight. And I don't get good RNG. You want Piruletta to stand in place and spin around, but she charges instead. You try to get a bunch of I think that EX might have missed that one I just did there. But it's still a pretty quick fight, because I have the HP to tank and I have a lot of cards. So, that was a quick fight. Yeah, Grandius, with my rabbit strat, if I see a second set of parries, I'll shoot an extra EX so I can end that fight a little bit sooner. But if I only get 1 set of parries, I only shoot 1 lobber EX that entire fight, because I have less cards from after Cigar. Okay, Shadow, cool. I'll see you in Discord. Since I actually have 2 HP going in here, I do a pretty small time-saving strategy, but still viable, where I take damage there so I can parry up and shoot a spread lobber EX there. So I end up saving 2.4 seconds on this split. The pretty well-played King Dice final phase. Still not like a fantastic time. A 154 is a really solid King Dice time, but because I didn't get that Piruletta RNG where she stands still and spins around, I kind of lost a second or two there. And at this point, I'm super nervous going into the double because I've never been on pace this good, and I had bad RNG on my PB, so I know there's a time save here. My goal on the double is a good 7 seconds faster than my split on this run, 7.1 seconds. So in theory, I could save 7 seconds on this fight. Spoiler alert, I don't. My heart rate after that fight, jeez, I don't know, like, just you could tell by how badly I played first phase here that my heart was pounding. So I get this RNG, which I hate. This is like the worst flame pattern. Missing lobber shots, taking damage. But then I get Snake, and I'm freaking out because it's the best RNG, and I just walk into the Snake and take damage. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, sorry for the spoilers in advance. I'm just reliving this fight again. 1 HP going into second phase. Yeah, pretty bad. I think I missed him. I shoot a lob rex there trying to get a double, and I think I missed it. So I didn't see a flash on him. And he gets 2 attacks in here. This is already such a long second phase. I missed like 3 lobber shots. So much stuff going on. This bat flies down and gives me a heart attack. I'm just trying to stay alive here. But there, I end up saving a little bit of time. Getting that 28-22. Just watching that makes me want to breathe a sigh of relief. But with that RNG, it's such a shame because that was actually really good RNG. If I had played that a little bit better, I could have gotten maybe a 54, 55 on that fight. Would have been a 28-17, 28-18, somewhere around that range, which my goal time's in the 28-1X's. So close, so close. Jason, I love you're a fan of Cuphead speedrunning, even though there's longer and harder games for challenges. Don't get me wrong, Cuphead literally destroyed me on the Switch, but there are harder games. Yeah, there are harder games out there, Shadow. I think the difficulty of this game is a little overestimated, but part of that's probably just bias from playing this game for close to 2,000 hours. I don't find it that challenging anymore. Is that a PB? Yes, Monkey. That's actually a world record. I had a world record with a 28-29 prior to this run, and I improved it by 6.4 seconds, so 7 seconds roughly. Hey, thanks for the GJ Funk Factory. Yeah, Phantom and King Dice at the end are definitely going to be a nightmare to run against. King Dice, not necessarily, because I think that 154 is a pretty average time. If I get better Pure Letta RNG, I can beat